Today's session will be introduction to interface. So I'm starting with the Photoshop software, and this training will go for 15 days. Okay, so to this 15 days, so I'll be starting from the basic till the advanced level. So in today's session you will be learning about the Photoshop interface, how to reset the software, why we reset the software, different shortcuts used in Photoshop, different panels in Photoshop, how to customize Photoshop software. So it is a very basic lesson, so anyone who is interested in Photoshop can learn this and can enhance the skill in designing. So without any further delay, let's get into the software. So before we start with the software, first we need to know what Photoshop software is. Photoshop software is an image editing software, so where you can edit the image, you can manipulate things, okay, you can create posters, you can create advertisements, you can create digital paintings, you can create matte paintings, etc. So in today's class we'll be seeing different techniques that is possible in Photoshop. Okay, so before that, first we need to know what multimedia is. What is multimedia? Okay, so from this term, okay, let me define in very short. So I will divide this word into two: multi and media. Okay, in simple terms, multi, which means many, and media is the way we communicate information. So in media we have three types of media. First is print, second is web, and third is electronic. Okay, print media, web media, and electronic media. Print media is nothing but whatever design we do, we take it as a form of printout. Example: magazine ad, newspaper ad, flyers, posters. So these are all form of print media. Okay, second is web media. Web media is whatever we design, we upload online, we see online. So there are different applications like different websites: IRCTC, Yatra.com, ClearTrip. Okay, lot of websites, lot of these websites, they show advertisements. Okay, so difference between print and web media is, in print media you can show only images and text, but in web media you can show images, text, audios, videos, animations, effects, graphics. Everything is possible in web media. Okay, so in print media the space is limited, but in web media we have duration, we have unlimited duration, so you can create an ad with an unlimited duration. Okay, the main concept of creating advertisement is whatever content you are showing, the audience should understand that content. So it should be, you should create a story through your content, through your advertisement. Okay, next is electronic media. Electronic media is nothing but whatever we see in televisions or form of electronic media. Okay, now let's talk about images. Normally images are of two type. First type is raster image. Okay, first is raster image. Second type we call it as vector image. So I will differentiate and show you once you open the image how to find whether it is a raster or whether it is a vector. So let me show you that. So I have downloaded some files. Okay, so if you see, there are two circles. Okay, one circle as a vector and other circle as a raster. So if you see the vector circle, see the edges. These edges are very sharp and clear when compared to the raster images. Okay, so vector images are also called as cartoonic forms. Okay, and raster images are also called as realistic images. Okay, so in vector images, when you zoom the image to the maximum level, you can see sharp and edges. Okay, sharp edges. whereas in raster edges, okay, in raster images the edges are pixelated. Okay, so you can see tiny square boxes. Okay, so this square box, okay, the name of this square box we call it as pixels. Okay, you can see pixels only in the raster images, not in the vector. Okay, so raster images, or normally we open any photograph, okay, it can be any photograph, all the photographs are raster, and all the cartoons you see are vector. Okay, so now about pixels. Okay, so pixels are tiny square boxes. Okay, when you zoom the image, okay, you can, I'm using short forms, you can see tiny square box. Okay, so each box will have certain colors. Okay, so combination of millions of boxes, okay, combination of millions of pixels together forms an image. Okay, so now let's talk about resolution. Let me talk about resolution. Okay, when number of pixel is increased, okay, you have two types of resolution in this. So first type of resolution is nothing but the quality and clarity of image. Okay, so in resolution we have two types. First type is low resolution, in short we call it as low res, and second one is high res. Okay, so low res are pixelated images that we take on mobile phones. Okay, like the mobile also nowadays has pixels, megapixel of 16. Okay, so normally when you take any photographs in mobile, okay, when we compare the mobile photograph and the digital camera photographs, okay, the digital camera photographs you will feel better than the mobile photographs. Okay, because the pixel value in digital camera is higher when compared to the mobile. Okay, so how to find whether it is a high res and a low res? Okay, normally when you zoom the image itself you can identify very easily. So normal zoom, okay, if image is pixelating then it is a low res. Okay, when it is not pixelating, when you're getting a sharp output, okay, it is a high res image. Okay, so before this I spoke about pixels. Okay, so resolution, higher the number of pixels we call it as high resolution, lower the number of pixels we call it as low resolution. Okay, so to calculate pixels we have a lot of measurement unit like centimeter, millimeter, inches. Okay, even for calculating pixels we have a measurement unit called ppi. Okay, we call it as pixels per inch. Okay, so normally in a high resolution images we have 300 ppi. Okay, and in low resolution images we have 72 ppi. Okay, ppi, which means pixel per inch. In 1 inch square box you will be having 72 tiny square boxes, whereas in high resolution in 1 inch box you will be having 300 minute tiny square boxes. Okay, so higher the number of pixels, higher the quality, lower the number of pixels, lower the quality. Okay, so why I spoke about this resolution is, and before if you see I told about three types of media. Okay, so print, web and electronic. If you do design for print media you should maintain 300 ppi, which means when you create a new document, okay, for print media there is an option called resolution. Okay, there we will be assigning 300, whereas for web media our resolution value will be 72 ppi, and for electronic again we need a better quality or a good quality, so the resolution will be 300 ppi. Okay, so when you open a new document for any design you need to assign this value. Okay, why we are using 72 ppi for web is anybody visiting your site, okay, the site should be faster, okay, and reliable, so we use 72 ppi. We can also use 300, but what will happen is your website speed will be reduced, okay, your website will be slow when compared to other websites. Okay, this is the reason why we use 72 ppi for websites. Okay, so now let's speak about color. Color is another most important thing. So in color, I separate this as actual we have 5, okay, but I take only 2, okay, rest we will see in the upcoming lessons. So color we have 2 types. First is CMYK and second is RGB. Okay, we have actual we have 5. I am selecting only 2 as of now, so rest of the 3 I will be teaching you in the upcoming lessons. Okay, so CMYK we also call it as offset colors, okay, and RGB we call it as photo colors, okay, or we in other term we call it as screen colors. Okay, CMYK we call it as offset colors and RGB we call it as screen color. Okay, offset color is nothing but anything you want to take it as a form of printout. Example, poster, it can be newspaper advertisements, okay, flyers, pamphlets. Okay, when you design this, you need to select you need to select CMYK as your color mode. Whereas photos, okay, when you're doing any retouching work like pimples, color corrections, okay, or creating a photo album, so these are all or normal photographs. Okay, so for photographs or for photo editing you can use RGB colors. Okay, so before starting with any design, okay, when you're creating a new document, you need to select the color mode. Okay, so we need to change the color mode in 2 places. I'll be showing you in that once we start with the software. Okay, so next is software usage. Okay, so the purpose of using Photoshop software, see, this software is very interesting. You can learn more stuffs, you can generate income with this software. Okay, so once you're thorough, okay, you can do any type of designs. Okay, you can promote your business online, you can create social media campaignings, you can create posters and lot more stuffs using this software. Okay, so first Photoshop software is you can use this software to create digital painting. See, digital painting here, we also have lot of brushes, presets and everything, but actual digital painting is nothing but we need to create from the scratch. Okay, without using any presets, we need to create our own brushes. We can create our own brushes, we can create trees, mountains, a portrait, a scenery, okay, anything. So whatever we do should be a realistic form. Okay, so you need to learn about highlight, mid-tone and shadows. Okay, these 3 are the major important tasks you need to apply in while creating a digital painting. Okay, so second is matte painting. Okay, in other term we call this as concept art. The difference between digital painting and matte painting is digital painting we create on our own. We'll be seeing one photograph and as it is we can create. We need some drawing sense and color sense. Okay, but matte painting is totally different from digital painting. Everybody think that matte painting is combining multiple images and gather it into and compositing into a single one. Okay, compositing is nothing but aligning. Okay, so it is not the actual thing. You can download images, you can use the images, but it is based on the concept. Okay, so you will be given a concept. Example, horror. is my concept. Okay, so matte painting is usually used in movies, okay, or it can be used in poster as a background, okay, or you can even create a motion poster, some movement in the image. Okay, using images you can create some movements, okay, like a waterfall or a leaf. Okay, using a single leaf you can create some movement, you can multiply the leaves. Okay, so a lot more stuffs you can create in matte painting. So based on the concept you need to visualize first. Okay, we are visualizing something, okay, and based on the visualization we gather images, we composite the image. Okay, after compositing we need to work more on lighting and shadows. So most important thing, if sunlight is coming from the left side, the shadow will be on the right side. Okay, so these are the some common things you need to learn or you need to do in matte painting. In more detail we'll be seeing, okay, once I start with the matte painting concept, I'll be teaching you how to create a complete matte painting process. Okay, and we'll be seeing during that class. Okay, so third is retouching. So image retouching is nothing but removing pimples, okay, doing color corrections. Sometimes the photo will be dark, okay, we can increase the brightness of the photo. There will be scratches in the photo, so these are all we can retouch and make it into a good one. Okay, next is restoration. So instead of explaining, let me show you the images online directly. Image restoration, I think there's some network issues. Yeah, it is opening. See, there are some images, okay, old photograph. Okay, you can change the color of the photograph. Okay, sometimes the photograph will have more scratches, dent in the photograph. You can remove the dent and make it into a good one. Okay, so if you see here, I'll just type it as photo restoration. You will see more images for better understanding. See here. Removing the scratches, removing the dent, removing the marks, everything we call it as restoration. If you take any old photograph like black and white photograph or tone 1, you can remove the tone edges and you can remove all the patches and you can convert into a good one. Okay, good image. So this we call it as photo restoration. Next, industrial uses converting a black and white image into color image. White to color image. Okay, so you can convert any black and white image into a color image. Okay, so now I will show you some samples here. If you see this sample itself, okay, this reference image itself, okay, it's a black and white image and they have done the retouching work and converted into a color image. So it is done in Photoshop software. Okay, so we'll also learn this technique. Okay, and next, industrial uses poster design. Okay, poster design. So in poster design I'll be teaching you one event poster, one promotion poster and one movie poster. Okay, so when we see the poster design, okay, we'll see in more detail. So as of now I'll just share in short. Normally posters we use in public places where the audience is more, large number of audience, okay, gather. So to promote a product, to promote a service, okay, or to promote a movie, we use a poster design. Next industrial uses advertisement. See, advertisement, everything is a kind of advertisement only. Like poster, again it is a kind of advertisement. Okay, so when I say about advertisement, is everything like it can be printed in newspaper, it can be shown as a flyer, it can be printed in magazines. Okay, it can be displayed in websites. Okay, everything is a kind of advertisement. Main difference is the size. Okay, each and every advertisement comes with different size. Okay, so when I teach you advertisement, I will be teaching you different sizes also. Okay, next industrial uses, branding. Here in the branding, lot of designs is covered here. Okay, so uh, the main concept of branding is promoting your business through designs. Okay, in short I can say promoting your business through design. So branding is nothing but you have a logo, okay, or you're starting a new company, you don't have any company name and you don't have any logo. So what you will do is you will select a company name, then you will create a logo. Okay, with that logo you need to design different collaterals. Example, you will be creating a visiting card, you will be creating a letter pad, you will be creating an envelope, you will be creating an advertisement, you will be creating a poster. Okay, you will be creating an ID card, you will be creating a tag, you will be creating an standee, you will be creating an umbrella. Okay, so these are all comes under branding. So the color concept is whatever color you have used in the logo, in same color concept you will be designing all the collaterals. Okay, so again around 10 to 15 designs will come under branding. So see, in branding it depends based on the service or based on the company you're going to design, the collaterals will change. Some will require a visiting card, some will require a website, some they will require a dangler, some they require newspaper advertisements. It depends on the product or on the service you select. Okay, so we'll also seeing the branding process, branding techniques. Okay, how to create mock-ups using branding. So next industrial uses, texture. See, texture is nothing but normally we use this in 3D models. So in 3D model, normally when you see the model color, okay, when you create anything in Maya or 3ds Max or Blender, will be gray. So applying color, applying the life to the model. Okay, so the look and feel of the model is done by applying texture. So these textures can be created in Photoshop software. Example, there's an interior. Okay, I want to create some marble texture or some tiles texture. So this texture can be done in Photoshop and then can be applied to the model using 3ds Max or Maya, whichever software you have used. Using that software you can apply this texture to your model. So the texture, after applying the texture only you will get the look and feel of the character. Okay, so these are all the different usage, okay, of the Photoshop software. So now let's get into the software without any further delay. Let's get into the software. See, before starting the software we need to reset the software. The resetting is more important because every day I teach lessons, I change tool settings. Okay, for the first class we will not require any tool settings. Okay, so better is reset your software. So to reset the software, place your fingers on Control Shift and Alt. Now just go to the start. Okay, just remember I am giving a small recap. Just place your finger. Okay, not press, it is just place your finger on Control Shift and Alt. Okay, so immediately after you click on the software icon, all these three keys, okay, together you need to hold. Okay, click on the software icon and press Ctrl Shift and Alt for few seconds. So you will be getting this dialog box. Delete Adobe Photoshop setting files. Just select yes. Now your software will reset and it will open. Okay, so here I am using Adobe Photoshop CS6 version. So after this I will be also using CC version for upcoming lessons. Okay, so if you see the interface, top we have the menu bar. Okay, left side we have the tools panel, below the menu bar we have the option bar. So when we select each and every tool, okay, in Photoshop, each and every tool has settings. Okay, these settings will appear in the option bar. See here, when I select each tool, setting is getting changed in the option bar. So you will be learning the tools along with the settings. And on right side you have panels. Panel is used to modify images. Like example, if you want to change the color, or if you want to change the images to black and white, or if you want to apply some color to the image, okay, everything can be done using panels. Each and every panel has panel tab, so panel names will be written in the panel tab. Example, color is one panel, swatches is another one, adjustment is another, and styles is another. Okay, so in case sometimes you feel that these panels are very disturbing, okay, so you can close the panels. Whichever panels you don't require, okay, you can close that panel. Example, I don't want styles panel. Okay, so place your cursor on the panel tab, click and drag outside. Okay, you can ungroup the panel. Each and every panel, after you ungroup, you will have a closing icon, so click on the closing icon. That particular panel will close. Example, I don't want adjustment. Again, just click and drag the adjustment. Okay, now you click on the closing icon, that particular panel will close. Again, if you want to reopen the panels, okay, whatever panels I have closed, again if I want to reopen that, few panels has shortcuts, few panels don't have the shortcuts. Okay, so easy method to reopen the panels. All the panels what you see on the right side, you can open and hide. You can show and hide the panels from the Windows menu. Just click on the Windows menu. Okay, so if you see, I closed the adjustment panel, just click on adjustment, the panel is open. Again go to Windows menu, I want styles panel, so here the styles panel is here, just click, that panel is open. Okay, now you can just click and drag and place it wherever you want, in whichever group you want, just click and drag to that particular group. Okay, so you can customize the panels like this. Okay, so one more thing, you can customize your work area. Okay, for example, if I am going to edit a photo, okay, I will require adjustment panel. I will not require the styles panel. Okay, just close the styles panel, drag it outside, close it. I will not require the color panel, just close it. I will not require the channels, just close it, drag it outside and close it. Path, again it is not required, so only this panel I want. Okay, so after you close all the panel, on top right side you have document settings. Okay, click on the essentials drop down and select new workspace. In this, just assign some name. Editing. Okay, I'll just give photo editing. Okay, it is just for your reference, you're just assigning. Okay, and now you can click on the save button. So your workspace is now saved. Okay, but now I want to reset my software. So before I started, I used Control Shift and Alt. Okay, even after you open the software, you can reset the software. So now when I reset, whichever panels I have closed, okay, all the panels will reopen again. Just click on the drop down and select reset essentials. Okay, just click on the essentials and select reset essentials. There is some error in the software, I guess. 1 second. Some error in the software. Yeah, now it is done. Okay, some error. There was some error. Okay, no issues. So now I have saved some work area in the name of photo editing. I want to open that photo editing, so click on the drop down and select photo editing. Over here it is. Okay, so whatever panels you have opened, only that particular panels you can see. Okay, other panels it is closed. Like this you can customize the software. Okay, now let us see how to open a new document. Okay, just press Ctrl N on the keyboard, shortcut to open a new document in Photoshop. Okay, so in this you have a preset drop down. You can set the size, whichever size you want you can set. As of now I am using default Photoshop size. Okay, and resolution I already spoke about that, just maintain 300 as of now. And color mode, I'm not going to take any printout now, so I'll just keep it as RGB colors. Okay, so when we use or when we create poster designs, we'll be changing this to CMYK. Okay, then you click OK. Okay, and one more thing I said, we can change color, we need to change colors in two places. First place I have selected. Okay, second place you need to go to the view menu, proof setup. Here if you see, the default color mode will be working CMYK. When you select RGB here in the proof setup, you need to select monitor RGB. Okay, so that you will get the perfect color balance when you do the design. Okay, so once document is open, you can see the document title bar and workspace. Okay, this white area is the workspace. This is the area where you will design. Okay, and once you open the new document, if you see in the bottom you have the status bar. In the status bar you can check the zoom level. So when you press Ctrl plus, shortcut for zoom in, Ctrl minus, shortcut for zoom out. And then on the right side you have some option called dock 49.5 MB, 0 bytes and something like that. Okay, here you can check the tool's name. So each and every tool has its own name. Okay, so to check the tool's name, you need to do a very small settings. Okay, click on this arrow in the status bar and select current tool. Now when I select each and every tool, okay, tool names you can check in the status bar. See here, first tool is move tool, so it is showing move. Second is rectangular marquee. Okay, like this you can check the tool's name in the status bar. Okay, and here in the layer panel, one of the most important panel is the layer. Okay, see in the panels, the most important panel is layer panel. When you press F7, shortcut to show and hide layer panel, F7. Okay, so when you press F7, or in case if you forgot the shortcut, you can go to the Windows menu and open that particular panel. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, let me explain you about the layer panel. So when you create any shape, okay, or when you fill any image, or when you import any image, or when you create any shapes, let me explain about layer panel. When you import any image or when you create any shapes, okay, make sure each and every shape is created in separate layers. Okay, and normally when you import any image, automatically the images will be imported in separate layers. Okay, when you have separate layers for each and every content, it will be very easy for you to modify the content if you have any changes. Okay, let me show you how to import the images in Photoshop. So minimize the document. Okay, so first image I have here, so click and drag. Okay, place the cursor in the Photoshop icon, bring your cursor inside, and now you release your cursor on the white area. Okay, once image is imported, press the enter key. If you see, this image is imported in a separate layer. I will show one more image now. Just minimize. Okay, drag the image and drop it here. Now press enter key. Second image, again it is imported into second layer. Okay, if you want to resize the image, press Ctrl T, hold Shift Alt, and then click and drag to resize the image. Okay, after resizing, press enter. You can see some bounding box. This box you see, like small box, this box name we call it as bounding box. Once you resize the image, press enter key. Okay, so that this bounding box will disappear. Okay. So if you see, I have two images, only one image is visible, okay, second image is behind the first image, okay. So you can use the first tool. So to move, rotate and resize, use the first tool and then you can do that, okay. So before you move the image, okay, make sure the correct layer is selected in the layer panel, okay. Now you click and drag, only that particular image will move, okay. Example, if I want to move this image, so you need to select the layer, okay. Sometimes in Photoshop you will be having 50 plus layer, more than 50 layers, okay. So at that time it will be very difficult to select the layer, okay. So the easy method will be select the move tool, right click on the image, okay. So these are all layer names, okay. First name, whatever name is visible in the first, just select that name. This image layer will be selected. See here in the layer panel, that particular image is selected, okay. You can see some name here, don't get confused. Here whatever name you have for the image, okay, see here whatever name file name you have for the image, okay, it will be imported as layer name in your layer panel, okay. So now if I want to select this layer, just right click, we can select hills, okay. This is the layer, I think, yes. If you see, the layer is selected now, okay. Any step, if you want to rotate the image, if you want to resize, if you want to duplicate, if you want to fill the color, first select the layer, okay. Now you can click and drag for move. To resize, press Ctrl D, and while you resize, use only the corner point, okay. If you use the middle point, the proportion of image will be changed, okay. The proportion is changed, it is getting squeezed out, okay. So use only the corner point and always use Shift and Alt and then you click and drag to resize the image. Press enter after resize is completed. If you want to rotate the image, again press Ctrl T, transform. So for resize, I kept my cursor on the box, okay. For rotate, keep it outside the box. Now when you click and drag, it is for rotate. Drag upward, drag downward, okay. Even after resize, press enter. If you want to undo, press Ctrl Alt Z, shortcut for undo. Ctrl Alt Z, okay. When you press Ctrl 0, shortcut for fit on screen, okay. Now when I go Ctrl plus, see here it is in full zoom. Now when I Ctrl 0, when I press Ctrl 0, the image will fit on screen. Ctrl 1 is for actual pixels. So as already I said that bottom area is for, here you can check the zoom level, okay. In the bottom area, as I already said, you can check the zoom level. So when you press Ctrl 1, your zoom value will be 100%, okay. You can check the image quality. Some cases we have doubt like the image will be pixelating, will get pixelated or not. So in Ctrl 1 you can check the quality of image, okay. If in Ctrl 1, okay, if your image is pixelating, please do not use that images in your designs, okay. That will spoil your design when you print the design, okay. So when you zoom in, Ctrl plus, you can pan your document left and right, top and bottom. So hold spacebar. When you press spacebar, your cursor will change into a hand icon. Now you click and drag to pan the document. To come back to the normal mode, press Ctrl 0, fit on screen, okay. Like this shortcut, okay. Whatever shortcuts you have seen in today's lesson or today's session, okay, you will be using regularly for upcoming classes, okay. So same shortcuts we will be repeating in all the sessions, okay, and we will be using in all the lessons, okay. And one more thing, make sure you practice all the shortcuts, because when you practice shortcuts, it will be very easy for you to work with Photoshop. Your working speed will be good, okay. So try to practice all the shortcuts, okay. So today's session is, I am finishing today's session. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. Feel free to give me a feedback and comment, okay, and let me know if you require my videos in different languages. Do let me know. I will do my best to deliver the video in your preferred language. Thank you all. Let's meet tomorrow for one more new session. Thank you guys. Thank you.